Put your hands where I can see them. This is the police. Grover Cleveland here with a message for the people. You can follow Ryan O'Connor at Wrangleshank on Instagram and Twitter. The link is in the description. Also, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. Thank you.
It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hello. New day, new camera. You know what I'm saying? So, last time you saw me, I was filming with this camera. This one right here. And the last time you saw me, at the very top of the show, actually right before I started filming, so I have a mount that, let's see, it goes this way. The mount, it screws in to right here. And right before I started the show, the camera like popped off on me. Like, that's not supposed to happen. But like, it popped off where the screw part was still screwed in, but the camera came off, like off the screw part. It was separate. So it worked for that show. Then when I tried to film yesterday, it just kept like falling right off. It's like totally stripped and unglued or whatever. So I'm sending this one back, and I got a new camera today. So that's why no stream yesterday. Exciting times for exciting me. What else? What else? I drew this little mouse being captured by a snake. So that's neat. I like that one. I haven't colored it yet. I'm a little slow on everything right now because I have a terrible schedule for one more night past tonight. Terrible schedule. Then a good schedule for a week, then another terrible schedule for a week. Such is life. It's okay. We'll make it work. If that's the worst thing that happens to me this year, I'm in good shape. What else? I thought there was something else I wanted to talk about, but we'll figure it out. So we're finishing. We are finishing page 131 of my graphic novel Bonehead. So this one's taken me forever to ink for various reasons, just because of the schedule mostly, and then, yesterday's fiasco. So we're going to be finishing this panel with the King of Planet Montana, Billy TV, and Bonehead. All right, let's get this camera off of me and onto some art. Yoink, let's put this camera to the test. Oh, like all my cameras, it needs to be swiveled the opposite way that I go every single time. I guess I tend to swivel lefty loosey. So if you're wondering where I was yesterday, I did explain a little bit on my Twitter, which, as the good president said, is linked in the description. Oh, you know what? I haven't actually done that yet. I can put the link in the description now. Well, not on Twitch. Twitch, I have to do everything after the fact. But on I almost said Facebook. On YouTube, I can do it now. This episode currently is called Casablanca, but dumb. Because that's how I feel about this video. Here, while I'm doing that noise, I'm just going to go in ink. I'm going to try and operate two things at once. Because I don't got time to screw around. Okay, live videos. This one we're gonna call. Oh wait, we've got a title. Oh, I do have the link in the description. Booyah, booyah, booyah! Nailed it. To the wall, brother. Okay, then I'll edit the rest of that stuff later. I gotta put in thumbnail art. I have to put in tags and stuff like that later on. I'm not going to do it today or tomorrow. It's just I don't have time to mess around in Photoshop. Liam wanted to record an episode of the Nom Just podcast. That's my little brother that we do a goofy social commentary kind of podcast where we just kind of make fun of Twitter, really. Stuff we find on Twitter. But he wanted to record one of those today, and I just barely got this camera in the door a couple hours ago. Hey, there's this YouTube video of a demo by one of my favorite bands that has not put out. They didn't put out a lot of music while they were together. They put out 2 albums. I have an EP by them. But this is a demo that recently, I knew it existed, but I could never find it, and it recently surfaced on YouTube. I have that pulled up on my phone. I kind of want to listen to it right now. Whoa! Hold the phone. That is the one track I didn't want to play because it sounds like just the studio version on the album. So that's the first track. I'm going to skip it. I'm going to put on some Drink Me. And if you want to find the video, it's called Drink Me, Flotsam and Jetsam Outtakes and Live Tracks, 85 to 91. Drink Me is the band. Drink Me. Here we are. Track 2.
Drink all the tears from a Maxwell House cup. On the Jersey side, they had a dance in the body shop. I taught a man a kindle in me. Stepped on the toe of an off-duty cop. He took us for a ride. Go to bed, baby, I'm on my way home. Go to bed, baby, I'm on my way home. Go to bed, baby, I'm on my way home. my shoes and I tiptoe down in China, they can hit the sun. I got the ransom note, put $50 in a paper sack, leave it on the corner by the railroad track. Do what we tell you or you never get it back. Sign the Chinese and club. Go to bed, baby, I'm on my way. Go to bed, baby, I'm on my way. Go to bed, baby, I'm on my way home. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right around town on a beat up bike. When I see a girl I like. You see, I say ho, ho, May. How many get it just by hand? Amazing grace, won't savor, it's like me. Go around town in some smoke. Say, pretty girl, and wave my like this. I say, hey, hey, miss. Run up here, give me a kiss. Amazing grace, won't savor, it's like take away that wind. I hang in the air from a comfort kite. My hands to the ground and my shoulders. You see, I say, why, me? Want somebody in my feet. Amazing grace, one favor, it's like me. Amazing grace, one favor, it's like me. I'm taking it easier now. Since my heart attack. The doctor said let it go slow till your strength comes back. I'm going down, down, downtown to see my we go high. Taking the time to reflect what I've been working for. I'm taking the time I've got left. Ain't gonna work no more. I'm going down, down, downtown. Take the walk. your morning gown, standing in your morning gown. I was thinking about leaving, looking out the window, staring at the puddles on the ground, and the rain was coming down. Mama, I don't wanna go. In your house I feel at home. No, I hate to leave you, won't you write a note or telephone? The years go by like minutes. Soon I'll be a grown man with a job and children of my own, with a family of my own. Standing in the doorway, early every morning as I leave the kitchen I will moan. To my honey I will moan. Baby, I don't wanna go. Outside life is dark and cold. So mama, if you love me just as much, let me stay at home. You know I hate to leave you, say it's okay, let me stay at home. Mama, if you love me, say it's okay, let me stay at home. No, it's late. I've lived 1,000 years. I live away in a cave on a mountainside. You gotta climb that hill, climb all day and all night. Y'all come up for a visit now. Come on inside. It's really alright. You want the meaning of life? Well, that's a hard thing to find. Don't get up into shape. It's really alright. I'm an old man, been alone all my life. I meditate every day. I am a master of Zen. I know a thing or two. I've been around the block. I know that mountains are mountains and men are men. And you know that that's right. You want the meaning of life? Well, that's a hard thing to buy. Don't get up and down shape. It's really alright. And when you go back, tell your friends what you saw. Tell them you saw an old man who master of Zen. You tell them what I said. Tell them all about life. Tell them mountains are mountains and men are men. And you know that's right. You know the meaning of life. Oh, it's a hard thing to buy. Don't get all bent out of shape. It's really alright.
That was their that was one of my favorite bands called Drink Me. They have 2 albums out. The first one called Drink Me. The second, try Googling this band too. It's like nearly impossible. But they're on Bar None Records, if that helps. From the 90s. They're a band of 2 guys. Their first album is called Drink Me. The second album is called Sleep. They had an EP on John Flansburgh's Hello CD of the Month Club called NYC. That is also really good. It's just 5 tracks. But I knew that they had a demo tape called Flotsam and Jetsam. But I could never find anything about it anywhere. And then one day, this guy here on YouTube, a person on YouTube, dang it, the name of the channel is Nudnik, Nudnick. So thank you, Nudnik, for posting Flotsam and Jetsam. I love listening to that little EP. So the first track I didn't play because it's the same as the one on the album, it sounds like. Or pretty close anyway. And that track is called Singing Clam, and that's on the album Drink Me by the band Drink Me. I also got I found another tape of theirs on eBay one time. I have a cassette tape, and I think it might have demos. I forget now, but it wasn't anything too different from what's on their albums, but it was just a kind of a grab bag of tracks from Drink Me, it seemed like. But yeah, I've been really obsessed with that On My Way Home song and the Master of Zen song. Those are exclusive to this EP, or what do you call it? Demo tape. The rest are just demos of songs that ended up on their albums. But oh well, This Is Living, that last track, that's also exclusive to the demo. Oh, and another thing about this Nudnik channel, they also posted a video recording of their last show that they did in 2011. They're in some bar or something, and they play about 11 songs or so. And then I think there's a couple tracks that are not on their albums that they play on that show too. It's let me see if I can find it. That show is called. I really like this band. I love everything on their 2 albums. Even songs that I didn't think I liked at first really started to grow on me the more acquainted I got with the band. Though there is a track that's called do I have it in my let's see, they have a track called, I can't think of it, something with an instrument, tiny saxophone that I can't really get too into, but yeah, everything else is pretty amazing. Like, I didn't like that it was on that EP, a version of, or that demo tape, there's a version of it called Downtown. I couldn't get into the album version of that song for the longest time because it's so slow. But now it's one of my favorite tracks that they do. I'm taking it easier now since my heart attack. The doctor said better go slow till your strength comes back. Oh yeah, my roommates just got home, and they brought me some big old Mexican food from this place called El Faro's. Oh, that's got my number. I am a big Mexican food guy. And I like El Faro's. I used to live a lot closer to El Faro, and I would go there all the time. Now I have to go all the way out to my parents' place if I want El Faro's. Actually, I think there is one near here. That might even be the one my roommate went to. It's closer to here, but I was always under the impression that we didn't go to that one for some nefarious reason. What else does here? I'll look at my my iTunes here. Grant's Tomb is a track I really like by Drink Me. One of the first ones I heard, and also one of my favorites is called Inez. They've got a music video for that one. Stay Up All Night. So Singing Clam is the track I didn't play off that demo tape. I was singing The Women last night at work. Hey there, reference librarians. Hey there, rare book antiquarians. Hey there, octogenarians. Answers, please. What will I do with these flowers and gems? To whom will I recite these wretched poems? What will I do in a world without them? Where have the women all gone? Where have the women all gone? Let me look at their other album. Little Green Men, I really like. Good Day to Die, I really like. They've got a track called Ladies' Underwear. My shit's rolling in. They do a cover of I Feel Good by, what's his name? Little Richard. Sleeping Accordion, I really like. Eddie's Place, Opportunity, Waterbed, Insomnia, Train to Chicago. It's a good band. Drink Me. Oh, hey, what love? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I just played a demo off of some YouTube video of one of my favorite bands, because I figured I probably won't get in trouble if I play demo tracks, unreleased demo tracks from the 90s. And what else? Oh, I was debating telling a story just now, because the other night, me and my coworker, we were at work, and so we work in retail, right? And we're working overnight, right? So you can imagine that the general public gets pretty wacky sometimes. Well, I was standing up by my coworker. He was ringing somebody up, and he was ringing up this girl, I should say. And then this guy walks in and like immediately starts trying to chat her up, and he's like getting all up in her face while she's like clearly like just ignoring him. He's like, what's your name? Trying to chat her up, and like there's another guy behind him in line, right? And so me and my coworker were like, whoa, hey, cool it, man. Like, you gotta back up. Step away from, like, we're just getting off this pandemic. You can't be like all up on people. Not that he should be anyway. And then he like reaches over, gets some hand sanitizer, puts it all over his hands, and then he's still trying to chat her up. And we're like, no, like, please stop. And eventually she leaves, and he's just like trying to like fist bump me and my coworker, and like jumping in front of this other guy who's like trying to do some transaction at this point, and it's he's having some issue, but I'm not sure because I'm not sure what's going on with my coworker and that guy, because this guy is just babbling like almost incoherently, just rambling about like girls and putting my head between their legs or something like that. And I'm like, dude, I'm at work. I can't. I don't want to. I'm not trying to have these kinds of conversations with you right now, okay? And then he's like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, what? like not knowing at all what he's talking about. He goes, no, I'm serious. Come on, I'll show you. I'm like, what? And he's like gesturing out the door, and I'm like, no, I'm at work. I'm not trying to go anywhere right now. And he burrito time, says my roommate. But at one point I come around the counter, because I was on the same side of the counter as my coworker. I think I was up there to get money from him or give him money or something. And at one point I come around after he walks out the door, just to maybe glance at what's going on out there, and I see there's a car out there, and he's still like waving me over, like, hey, come on, let me show you. I'm like, no, I'm not going outside. I'm like not getting shanked by who knows what. You know, whatever's waiting for me out there, I don't need it. And so I go back behind the counter, and me and my coworker are like, what a freak. And we're kind of like talking to the next guy in line, who I'm realizing now he's been having trouble getting cash back off his card. He's trying to get some cash back. He's just buying like lighters. He bought his candy. And for some reason, it's not giving him the option to get cash back. Okay. Well, meanwhile, we've been kind of like, dude, what's this guy's problem? He's a psycho. Like, we need him out of here. And the guy's like, yeah, you weirdo. And then, well, the guy comes back in, and he's still talking to me about God knows what. And then, this prostitute walks in the door, like, who is it? Who? And then he points at me, like this guy, he wants you. And I was like, oh no, I'm good. And she looks at me like real hard for a second. She's like, yeah, he's good. And then walks back out the door to the car. And like, she was like clearly on drugs and stuff. And yeah, he was trying to hook me up with a prostitute. What a guy. What a nice guy. Well, we're like, dude, we can't have you hanging around here doing that stuff. Like, you got to get going. And so he walks out, and but like, as he's walking out, he's like, man, we're trying to like, this is a business. Like, you can't be doing this kind of stuff here. And he's like, yeah, I'm doing business too. Like, says a bunch of vulgar stuff. He, like, the whole time he's been saying vulgar stuff that I dare not repeat on this channel. But then, yeah, we're like, yeah, not that kind of business. You can't be here. Like, please leave us alone. Just leave us alone. And then, like, the guy at the register is also chiming in, like, yeah, leave them alone. They're trying to work here. And so he walks out the door, but as he's walking out, he's like, man, you guys just hate your job. Like, no, we're just trying to do our job. Sorry. And then finally, the guy, since he can't get cash back, there's an ATM there, and he just gets some cash from the ATM. But at one point they were talking together, and after they both left, my coworker was like, is it just me, or did, like, he was fuming about this guy too, and mostly because of the way he was talking to the one lady that was just shopping, you know, and getting all up in her face. And then but he's like, was it just me, or at the end did they seem like they were together, those two guys? They were like they knew each other or something. And I was like, oh yeah, no, I realized a little while ago when I realized he was trying to get cash back. He's a client of the guy selling lady sex. And he's like, oh, I didn't pick up on that. Like, yeah, they were together. They were doing business. Oops. But yeah, that was a first for me, being offered a prostitute. I said no. Not that there was much temptation involved. Well, there wasn't any temptation involved. Me and my coworker, we were just really annoyed and wondering what it was going to take to get this guy out of our hair. My coworker, he was like, why was he even here? Like, he wasn't buying anything. He was waiting for the guy to get cash back the whole time. So fun. See, that wasn't last night, but the night before. I'm taking it easier now, since my heart attack. The doctor said better go slow, till your strength comes back. I'm taking the time to reflect what I've been working for. I'm using the time I got left. Ain't gonna work no more. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna finish this panel in a minute here, and then I'm gonna take off to eat that burrito, and then I have work shortly after. And tomorrow's another schedule like today's, and then I'll have a lot more free time for a week. Allegedly, I have a week off, but I don't know if I trust that. That doesn't always seem to last for me. When I see multiple days off in a row, it doesn't kind of work out for me that easy. I'm too dang good at my job, I guess. Stupid job. No, I like my job. I like the people I work with. I just wish I could get away from there a little more. To do this. This is like not a platform, but it's like it's like a step above the rest of the room. Where the throne sits. Okay. So this marks a batch of 10 pages I've been working on being done. Let's see. No one wants to see my lap. Sorry. Let's see. I'll go over the last 10 pages I did. How about that? So here we have, this is a flashback. Billy's telling Bonehead a story where this meteor comes out of the sky. Here's this like farmer hick alien. I like his hat. I felt like space hats should be different than normal hats. Human human people hats. Hey, focus. That's all. Thank you. So he's got these little horns sticking out of it. Although I do have a couple characters on, or a character on the next page that wears a regular baseball hat. That is an alien. So meteor crashes. These people see it in the pit. There's all this flora and fauna. These guys are digging it out. Come on, sucker. There we are. I like that panel. I like this page. And then the one guy puts it into his little space truck. Pat, pat. It vroom drives off on its own. And they all go chasing it. Hey, come back, come back. Then the king's men prop it up above this tower, and there it sits. He's plugging it in, see? And then Denton Crux's spaceship arrives. And Bonehead and Billy, present day, talking about it. Then we cut to bang, bang, bang. Mort at Petunia's apartment. He's freaking out, telling her Bonehead's been taken, and he doesn't know what they did with him. And she goes, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Quick, there's no time." She's still wearing her dress from date night that she got stood up at. And then here's Cruxworks Poison Factory. Exterior night. they're in the they're hiding out in the lobby or something. She's like, "Would you tell me what's going on? Blah blah blah. Why are we here at night?" And then they're hiding behind these bushes. He says something incriminating that's going to make her madder at Bonehead on accident. And she goes, "He did what?" Uh-oh. Here she is, still mad. This might not make sense. It's from the other side of them. So that's why they're swapped there. Yoink! That might not translate to a reader, but my bad. Maybe I can... And then they're back this way again. I should probably X-flip that. X-flip, I think. I should probably horizontal flip that, though, on like when I scan it in. Because that does not... There's no clarity to that. Like, if I put the bushes behind them, maybe that would make sense. But that might clutter up the page. That'd be one fix if I put the bushes behind them now. But it's still like flop back, which loses clarity. I think the best solution to that is to horizontally flip it when I scan it in. Anyway, they get yoinked. The security guard grabs them, and this is someone. This is Neinerman, who was in a little tattletale battle. He was going to tell the boss that he was in the building after hours, and now he caught him. And the security guard's carrying them both away. Here's Bonehead and Billy back in the desert. Billy's continuing his story about Denton Crux. And then here's where he explains the origin of his shirt. But then they're arriving into the kingdom. Standing in front of the ruins of a shack with a toilet, space toilet. This guy is offering him teepee. continue to the castle. These guards are stopping him. It's like, who do you think you are? You can't come in here. He's like, but I've got this. Bonehead reaches into his head. This. They let him by. They come running into the castle. Further guards are alarmed. He gives it to the king. Bonehead's bowing. And there we are. That's 10 pages. So tomorrow, I'll start another one. Another 10. Hey, Vucky. How you doing? I missed a show yesterday because my new camera that I just got, like the part that screws into the mount, like this was still screwed in, but the camera was like broken from it. So I got a new camera delivered today. I gotta ship this one back. But that's the show. I've got a burrito waiting for me. I'll see you next time. Check out the band Drink Me. I was playing a demo of theirs at the start of the show. That's all I got. Bye, everybody. I love you. I'm never going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm right-clicking it. I'm trying to Google the internet.